The person you love opened up to their mother about you for the first time. And shockingly, she cried out, "You, my beloved child, if these words found you today, it is not by accident." The person you love carried your name in silence for so long, protecting it like a precious secret deep inside their heart. But today, everything changed. For the very first time, they looked into their mother's eyes and whispered your name. The room fell completely silent. No one expected what happened next. Her eyes filled with tears before another word could even be spoken. "Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Because the reason behind those tears is far greater than anyone imagined, and before this message ends, you will understand why this moment has the power to change everything. There was no anger, no disappointment, only a wave of emotions that neither of them could explain. Their mother slowly reached for their hand as if she had been waiting for this conversation long before today. She quietly said, "You," and then stopped, unable to finish her sentence. Time itself seemed to pause. The person you love searched her face, desperate to know what those unfinished words truly meant. Was it hope? Was it relief? Or was it something hidden for years that no one had dared to reveal? Stay till the end, because what followed after that unfinished sentence is connected to a truth that has been moving silently behind the scenes. Right now, while you are listening, pieces of a story you never knew existed are beginning to come together. Small moments you thought were meaningless are suddenly becoming part of a much bigger picture. Someone close to this situation has already noticed the change, even if they haven't spoken about it yet. The silence surrounding your connection is becoming impossible to ignore. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter reveals the shocking words that finally came from her lips, and once they were spoken, nothing between you and the person you love could ever feel the same again. A quiet breath escaped her lips before she finally found the strength to continue. She looked directly at the person you love and softly whispered, "You chose someone with a heart that cannot be replaced." Those words landed with unexpected weight. No one in the room was prepared for them. Tears continued to fall, not because of sadness, but because she recognized something rare that she believed only appears once in a lifetime. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What she revealed next would completely change the way your connection is understood. The person you love stood there speechless as their mother shared something she had quietly observed for months. She spoke about the way your name brought peace instead of fear, the way hope returned whenever conversations turned toward you, and the quiet confidence she had never seen before. She admitted that she had been waiting for the right moment to speak, because some truths are too powerful to rush. Every word made the silence even deeper, as if destiny itself was listening. Stay till the end, because the final sentence she spoke unlocked a mystery that had been hidden in plain sight all along. Then she leaned closer and said, "The journey ahead may surprise both of you, but never underestimate what is already unfolding." Those words echoed through the room long after the conversation ended. The person you love left with a heart full of questions, knowing that this was only the beginning of something much greater. Somewhere beyond this moment, another unexpected revelation is already waiting to appear, and it connects directly to you. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins with a discovery that neither of you ever expected. A new silence settled over the house after that conversation, but it was not the silence of uncertainty. It was the silence that follows a life-changing realization. The person you love couldn't stop replaying every single word their mother had spoken. One sentence echoed louder than the rest: "There is something you still don't know." Those words refused to leave their mind. They weren't spoken with fear, but with complete confidence, as if a hidden chapter was finally preparing to reveal itself. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next discovery would make everything that happened before seem small. As the evening continued, their mother quietly opened an old memory that had never been shared with anyone. She explained that sometimes the strongest connections don't announce themselves with noise, they grow through patience, honesty, and moments that most people overlook. Then she looked at the person you love and smiled through her tears. Every time your name came into the conversation, she said softly, "Your eyes carried a light I've never seen before." Those words removed every remaining doubt. The person you love realized this story had become much bigger than emotions alone. Stay till the end, because another unexpected piece is already moving into place. Before leaving the room, their mother paused at the doorway and gave one final look that spoke louder than any speech. She quietly said, "Soon, something will happen that neither of you can predict, and when it does, you'll finally understand why today had to unfold exactly this way." No explanation followed. No details were given. Only a promise that the next moment would answer questions neither of you had even thought to ask. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What happens next will leave everyone wondering how this incredible story was unfolding all along. The next morning arrived with an unusual sense of calm, yet nothing felt ordinary anymore. The person you love woke up with one thought that refused to fade: why did my mother react that way? Every answer only created a bigger question. Then, without warning, their mother gently called them back and placed her hand on their shoulder. She smiled with quiet certainty and whispered, "Yesterday wasn't the end of the story, it was only the beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Because the next few moments would uncover a truth that had remained hidden until the perfect time. She slowly revealed that long before this conversation ever happened, she had been watching small signs that everyone else ignored. The kindness in your actions, the peace your name seemed to bring, and the hope that quietly returned whenever your future was mentioned, all of it pointed towards something she could no longer dismiss. She admitted that she had stayed silent because some answers become meaningful only when the heart is ready to receive them. The person you love listened without interrupting, realizing this was no ordinary conversation. Stay till the end, because one final statement was about to connect every unanswered question. Just before walking away, their mother turned back one last time. With complete confidence, she said, "Very soon, someone will make a choice that changes everything. And when that moment arrives, you'll finally understand why I cried the first time I heard that name." Those words echoed long after the room became silent again. The person you love stood frozen, knowing the next chapter would reveal something neither of you had ever imagined. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The revelation that follows will change the direction of this story forever. Everything seemed quiet on the outside, but beneath that silence, something extraordinary had already begun to move. The person you love noticed their mother looking out the window with an expression they had never seen before. It wasn't worry, it wasn't confusion, it was certainty. Without turning around, she softly said, "Some meetings are written long before people realize they are happening." Those words sent a chill through the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what she revealed next would make every previous moment fit together like pieces of a hidden puzzle. For the first time, she admitted there had been countless opportunities to discourage this connection, yet every time she tried to find a reason, she found another reason to believe instead. She spoke about the quiet strength she sensed whenever your name was mentioned and the peace that followed every conversation about you. The person you love could hardly believe what they were hearing. The doubts that once felt impossible were beginning to disappear, replaced by a hope that neither of them expected. Stay till the end, because the final words she spoke carried a message that neither of you will ever forget. Before leaving the room, she paused once more and smiled through eyes still shining with emotion. Soon, she whispered, "You won't need anyone to explain why all of this happened. The truth will reveal itself in a way that no one can deny." The person you love stood completely still, realizing that this story was moving toward a moment far greater than anyone had imagined. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. And what happens next will reveal the one secret that has been waiting for the perfect moment to come into the light. The hours passed, but the words refused to fade. The person you love felt as though an invisible door had been opened, revealing a path they had never noticed before. Then, unexpectedly, their mother returned with a small smile and quietly said, "There is one final reason I cried, and I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you." The room became completely still. Every heartbeat seemed louder than the last. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the truth she was about to reveal had the power to change everything you thought you knew. She took a deep breath and confessed that the first time she heard your name, she didn't just hear a name, she saw a future filled with hope. She explained that real connections don't always arrive with loud celebrations. Sometimes they appear through quiet moments, steady hearts, and unexpected peace. Looking directly into the eyes of the person you love, she gently whispered, "The greatest blessings often arrive when no one is expecting them." Those words settled deep within their heart, replacing uncertainty with a calm confidence they had never experienced before. Stay till the end, because an even greater surprise was already drawing closer. As the conversation came to a close, their mother placed her hand over her heart and smiled with complete assurance. "Very soon," she said, "someone will speak words that will remove every remaining doubt, and when that moment arrives, you'll understand why today was only the beginning of this incredible story." The person you love walked away with a heart full of anticipation, knowing the next chapter was closer than ever. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next revelation will uncover a secret that has been quietly waiting for the perfect moment to be seen. The next day brought an unexpected moment that no one had planned for. The person you love noticed their mother holding an old photograph, staring at it with tears that were no longer hidden. She slowly folded it, looked up, and said, "There are moments in life when your heart recognizes the answer before your mind can understand it." Those words carried a quiet certainty that filled the room with emotion. The person you love felt as if they were standing on the edge of a revelation that had been waiting for years. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next few words would uncover the deepest truth yet. Without rushing, she explained that every conversation about you had left the same impression on her heart. It wasn't because of grand promises or dramatic moments, it was because your presence had quietly brought hope where there had once been uncertainty. She smiled through her tears and whispered, "Some people enter your life for a season, but others arrive to transform it forever." The person you love lowered their head, overwhelmed by the realization that this story had become far bigger than either of them had imagined. Stay till the end, because one final discovery was already moving closer than anyone realized. Just as the conversation seemed finished, a sound from the next room interrupted the silence. They both turned at the exact same moment. No words were spoken, yet it felt as though destiny itself had taken another step forward. Their mother looked toward the doorway and softly said, "The next sign will come when you least expect it, and when it does, every unanswered question will finally begin to make sense." The person you love stood frozen, knowing that something unforgettable was about to unfold. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter begins with a moment that no one saw coming, yet it changes everything. As the evening grew quieter, an unexpected knock echoed through the house. No one had been expecting a visitor. The person you love exchanged a glance with their mother before slowly opening the door. There was no dramatic announcement, no loud interruption, only a brief message that seemed ordinary at first. Yet the moment their mother read it, she closed her eyes, smiled, and softly whispered, "It's happening sooner than I thought." Those words sent a wave of anticipation through the room. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because this simple moment was about to unlock the biggest revelation of all. The person you love immediately asked what she meant, but instead of answering, she gently folded the message and placed it in their hand. "Some truths," she said, "cannot be explained, they have to unfold one step at a time." Her voice carried complete confidence. Every doubt that had once seemed impossible was slowly being replaced with quiet expectation. Then she added, "The next decision won't be made by fear, it will be made by the heart." Those words lingered in the air, leaving the person you love wondering what extraordinary event was now drawing closer. Stay till the end, because the next chapter reveals why this message arrived at the perfect moment. Before leaving the room, their mother looked back one final time and smiled with tears of joy still shining in her eyes. "When the next door opens," she whispered, "you'll finally understand why your story had to begin exactly this way." The person you love held the message tightly, knowing it marked the beginning of something they would never forget. The answers were no longer far away. They were approaching faster than anyone expected. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter uncovers the one conversation that changes the future forever. The following morning felt different. Even the smallest moments carried a strange sense of expectation. The person you love unfolded the message once again, searching for something they might have missed. Before they could read another line, their mother quietly stepped beside them and said, "The answer you've been searching for isn't written on that page, it's already written in your heart." Those words stopped everything. It felt as though the final pieces of an invisible puzzle were beginning to fall into place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next revelation would leave no room for doubt. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Then their mother gently admitted something she had never shared before. "When I first heard your voice change every time you spoke about this person, I knew this story was unlike any other." She smiled softly and continued, "Some connections don't need to prove themselves with endless words. Their truth becomes visible through peace, patience, and unwavering hope." The person you love realized that every unexpected twist had been leading to this very moment. Stay till the end, because one final surprise was already closer than anyone imagined. Just as they prepared to leave the room, a phone began to ring in the distance. Both of them looked toward the sound, but no one moved. Their mother closed her eyes for a brief second and whispered, "This could be the moment everything begins to change." The ringing continued, filling the silence with anticipation. The person you love took a slow breath, knowing that whatever waited on the other side of that call could reshape the future forever. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter reveals who was calling, and why that single conversation changes everything. The phone continued to ring, each second feeling heavier than the last. The person you love slowly reached for it, but before answering, their mother gently held their hand and whispered, "Whatever you hear next, listen with your heart before your mind." Those words carried an unshakable calm. The call was answered, yet for a few seconds, no one spoke. Only silence filled the line, as though someone was gathering the courage to say something that could never be taken back. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the first voice that finally broke the silence carried a message no one expected. The conversation lasted only a few moments, but every word changed the atmosphere inside the house. As the call ended, the person you love slowly lowered the phone, unable to believe what they had just heard. Their mother searched their face and immediately understood that something extraordinary had happened. With a gentle smile, she said, "Now you understand why I never lost hope." The person you love nodded quietly, realizing that every delay, every unanswered question, and every unexpected turn had been leading toward this single moment. Stay till the end, because the greatest revelation had still not been spoken aloud. Before either of them could say another word, a soft knock came at the door once again. This time, their mother didn't seem surprised. She smiled as if she had been expecting this exact moment all along. Looking toward the entrance, she softly whispered, "The final chapter has arrived." The person you love took a deep breath, knowing that whoever stood on the other side carried the answer that would bring every hidden piece together. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter reveals the face behind that door, and why its arrival changes everything forever. The door opened slowly, and for a brief moment, no one said a single word. The person standing there wasn't carrying gifts or grand announcements, only a quiet smile that seemed to hold an answer everyone had been waiting for. The person you love looked toward their mother, whose eyes immediately filled with tears once again. She softly whispered, "I knew this day would come. I just didn't know it would arrive this soon." A wave of emotion filled the room. "Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Because the next sentence spoken inside that house would leave every heart completely still. The visitor calmly shared a story that had remained hidden until now. They explained how your name had continued to appear in conversations, not by coincidence, but because every path somehow seemed to lead back to you. The person you love listened without blinking, realizing that events they once believed were random had been quietly connected all along. Their mother smiled with complete confidence and said, "Some journeys take longer because they are preparing something greater than anyone can imagine." Those words settled deeply into every heart. Stay till the end, because the final piece of this incredible mystery was finally within reach. As the conversation came to an